I thought I'd try something different this trip. Instead of taking pictures, I'm going to take a video. So it's just me and the camera crew. Hope to go about 10 miles today. The trail was extremely icy on the climb out. It's a lot better now that I'm up on the ridge. It's flat, and I think the sun's taken a lot of the snow off. I started out with, a jacket, ear warmers, and boy, that climb just warmed me right up. I'm sure it's probably in the high 30s or low 40s now, but I'm just wearing a t-shirt and a regular shirt, pants, no long underwear. Everything's in the pack, so looks like it might be a nice hike. Would be better if the sun came out, but it's warm, so can't complain too much. Well, I'm coming down the south side of the mountain now. Boy, you sure can tell the difference. Almost no snow or ice on the trail. I'm just sailing along. Didn't make very good time coming up, but boy, this is much nicer. Pack is about 28 pounds today, and boy, it sure carries nice. The new frame in it really makes it fit my back nicely and doesn't pull on my shoulders. Doesn't get any better than this unless the sun comes out. I've got a little rule: you can't give up hiking when the sun's not shining, because the gloom really sort of affects your psyche. Well, I'm here at the Jim and Molly Denton shelter. It's about 3 miles in, and it took me about 3 hours to get here. Going was kind of slow. I think I might be hiking in the dark tonight. Anyway, it's a nice shelter. It's got a separate eating area that's over here behind me, and that keeps the vermin away from the shelter. There's a shower over by the stream there. I don't think it's got a tank up above it. It might be solar heated, but that's about it. That's about it. Only one entry in the logs. That was last December, but it's pretty clear there's been a lot of people here since. The picnic table's been turned over, and there's a lot of tracks. Probably some raucous partiers out here. Oscar Mayer liverwurst. Down in the valley here, there's a creek off to my left, so it's about the only thing that's melted. It's sheltered from the sun in here. Snow is about 3 or 4 inches deep. It makes it going a little tough. It's slippery in spots, and sometimes deep enough to sort of tip you up a little bit. In other spots it's bare, and the soil is thawed maybe 1/8 of an inch. It's just enough to make it like a greased tile floor. I've met a couple of people. Let's see, there was a couple walking their dog, and then a couple of women who are taking the same hike I am, except in the opposite direction. They were just doing it during the day. I ran into them in the afternoon, so I hope they make it before dark. I didn't see that they had any camping equipment or lights, but maybe they did in their little day packs. Well, I've crossed Highway 522 probably 15 minutes ago, and that means I've got 3 miles more to get to the shelter. It's 3 o'clock. Since it's practically straight up, I got a feeling it's going to be hiking in the dark, and finding firewood in the dark, and finding cooking in the dark and eating in the dark, but that's okay. I've got 1 headlamp and 2 backup lamps. Should be enough. Boy, this over here on my right is the National Zoo's farm facility. I'm not sure what they do. I think they try to breed animals out here and things like that. But it looks pretty abandoned right now. I'm not sure. Maybe they're underfunded or something. Didn't see any sign of activity except some tire tracks in the road that entered the place. So, don't know about that. One nice thing, the sun has burned through the clouds finally. Some casting a few shadows, keeping me warm. See it. Oops. Sleeves are rolled up here. Well, I'll check back in again once I get into camp. Well, this is the shelter I stayed in last night. I was so beat when I got in I couldn't take a video. As you can see, it's raining now. It started raining at about 4 in the morning, but I did make it during the daylight, which was good. Had to hike down to a spring, which was a 1/4 mile away, all downhill. By the time I got back up, I was staggering. But it's about 9:45 the next morning, and I'm on my way. Jan and I crossed this stream on one of our first hikes 2 years ago. We didn't even have hiking poles then. We handed each other sticks so we could get across. But the water was much lower then, as it was last night. The rocks that I crossed on last night when I was on my way over here are underwater now. I guess that's due to the rain. So I'll just have to get over there and find a new way across. Looks like there's plenty of possibilities. That was easy. The trick is to test every rock and make sure it doesn't move before you go across. I'm about halfway back to where I'm going to meet Jan and get picked up for the ride home. I've already called her. I guess I'm not too far from civilization, and she's going to meet me. That'll be the end of the hike. This cape I'm wearing is also my poncho tarp. Not my poncho tarp, my hammock tarp. And that saves me about 10 ounces in the pack. Well, it's a little bit of trouble when you're breaking camp and you need something to shield you from the rain while your tarp is still over the hammock. So for emergencies, I have a little 2-ounce plastic poncho in my pack. But I didn't need that this morning because I did all my packing up in the shelter. Okay, onward. Well, this wasn't here last night, or yesterday afternoon when I came over, so I'm guessing maybe got hit by a car, or maybe just died here, and some animals have gotten to the carcass already.